Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. Hello, my name is Jason Gorenstein, and this is our wellness class. So, our wellness class is a class that focuses in on wellness. It's a class that focuses on well-being. So, without further ado, we're going to begin our class together. Today is Monday, June the 8th, 2020. The time is 3 p.m. And we do this class every weekday at 3 p.m. So if you're just joining us today, you can enjoy the class, and then maybe you can join us tomorrow, or vice versa. So this should be a really nice class. I actually have an essential oil. This is called Ravensera, and I'm going to place the oil on a tissue. So for those of you guys who have been watching me, you know that sometimes I use essential oils in the class, and the essential oils are really nice. They help us to bring us into a state of meditation and relaxation. So I thought that a good way to start today's class would be to start with okay. Uh, to start with some essential oils and go from there. So, I'm sorry, no. To start with some meditation, my apologies. So we're going to start with some meditation, guys, and then we'll go from there. So without further ado, let us begin. And I will make this on the big screen. Okay. And then let's begin. So what we can do is we can take our bolster and place our bolster right in front of, right here, and then find our way into a seated position. So just close your eyes, find your way into a seated position, and just begin to breathe here. And as you continue to breathe, just start to notice your inhalations and your exhalations. I welcome you to take the tissue, hold it to the nose, breathe it in, and release the tissue from the nose. Moving the head right and left a couple of times. And then coming back to center, just closing your eyes. Now when we come into a seated position, we are working towards allowing ourselves to find a sense of relaxation here. Noticing the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue, the mouth. And eventually just taking your attention to your breathing. Breathing in through the nostrils and breathing out through the nostrils. And again, breathing in through the nostrils and breathing out through the nostrils. And allowing that breath to be long and slow. Just beginning to notice where you can relax and soften you. And as you continue to breathe and relax here, just see if you can observe that breath moving across the nostrils. So, if your thighs hurt, what you may consider is placing blocks underneath the legs, just so that something is there to hold your legs up. And breathing in and breathing out. Just being with that breath of yours as you scoot the pelvis underneath. Breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. And then you're going to take your hands, you're going to place your pointer finger and pinky finger inside. And you're going to take your hands and you're going to place your fingers right on your nose. You can place the hand right over top of the forehead, right in between both brows of the eyes. And if you like, you could cover up the right nostril, inhale. And cover up the left and exhale. Cover up the left and inhale. Then cover up the left and exhale, or right and exhale. Inhaling through the left. Covering up, exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Covering up, exhaling through the left. Release the hands to the sides. And once again, just let the breath be long and slow here. And when we do a meditation practice, we can incorporate a little bit of movement here. So you may decide to just allow the body to just start moving in gentle circles here. And as the body moves in these circles, just begin to feel all the muscles releasing, all the bones releasing. And then moving in the opposite direction. Good, and eventually finding your way back to center. As you find your way back to center, once again, take that tissue, breathe it in. And place the essential oil on the side. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, lifting the chest up. And exhaling, rounding the spine. So you come back to center here, just be with your breath. Let the hips relax. The breath be long and slow here. And breathing in through the nose. And breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And once again, just start to move the body around in the opposite way. Moving that entire trunk around as you breathe. And then moving in the reverse direction. And eventually finding our way back to center here as we pause. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. And then once again, just be with your breath. Allow that breath to be long and slow here. Allow the eyes to soften. Allow the face muscles to relax. The neck muscles, the shoulders. Feel the upper arms releasing to the elbows releasing to the forearms releasing to the wrists, and the wrists releasing all the way to the fingers. Let the chest be lifted. There's a tendency for the shoulders to round on forward, for the upper back to be somewhat rounded. If you can, just let the chest be lifted. It helps out to have an open chest here as we let the breath draw in and let the breath draw out. And let the breath draw in and let the breath draw out. And then breathing in and breathing in. So again, just revolving the chest, torso, spine here. Moving around in circles. And eventually moving in the opposite direction. Good, and as you inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, release the left palm down, right arm over the head. Reach across here as you breathe. Turn the right pinky finger down towards the mat. Float the right arm over the head, float the left arm over the head, and then just begin to extend here. So the left palm is extended. The left palm is facing the floor as you breathe here. And again, float both arms up. As you exhale, twist the body over to your left side. And just breathe here. Gentle breath in and out through the nostrils. And inhale, raising those arms up towards the ceiling, palms face one another. Exhale, taking it to the other side. And once again, inhale, raising those arms on up. As you exhale, release those hands to the shins. Release the chin towards the chest. Round the spine here. And just breathe into the back body. Shoulders relax, thighs relax, face relax. Inhale, peeling up the chest, lifting through the heart, lifting through the sternum. Once again, left arm extends to the left, right arm over the head. And breathe here. And then sweeping the right arm over the head, let the left arm extend up and over the head. Good, come back to center. From here, just begin to move the torso around in circles now, moving that torso around. And eventually moving it in the opposite direction. And then from here, lifting through the chest, heart, and sternum. And breathing. Releasing those shoulders down, away from the ears. Breathing through the chest and the belly. And once again, just begin to notice your breath. Move the head around a couple of times. Just move the shoulders around. And gently begin to open the eyes. So from here, we're going to find our way onto our hands and knees, and we're going to come into a gentle moving practice. So as you find your way onto your hands and your knees, you're going to begin with cat and cow pose. So the wrists are parallel with the mat. The outer arms are wrapping in. Inhale, peel the chest on up. As you exhale, round the spine. Inhale, peeling the chest on up. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, peeling the chest on up. Exhale, rounding through the spine. So spread the fingers wide apart, tuck the toes underneath. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Walk the feet back. Release the head down and breathe. So see that those fingers are spread wide apart. Let the forearms come towards the fingers here. And release the head on down. Continue to breathe here as you lengthen through the chest, heart, and sternum. And then walk the feet forward towards the hands. As you do so, inhale, take the hands to the shins, lift up halfway. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold here. Release the head on down. And as you press through the feet, inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling, palms face one another here. And as you exhale, take the hands down to the sides. So we're going to move through a slow flow. As you inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling, look up towards the fingers. Maybe the palms touch. As you exhale here, hinge at the hips. Release the torso all the way down over the feet. On your next inhale, hands come to the shins. Lengthen your heart forward. Draw your shoulder blades back. As you exhale, let the chest release down. Release the head on down. Inhale, peel the arms up towards the ceiling. Palms face one another once again. And as you exhale, glide the hands back down to the sides. Palms face the front of the room. Inhale, sealing the arms up, looking up towards those fingers. As you exhale, hinging forward at the hips, releasing the torso all the way down. Inhale, the hands come to the shins, lengthen through the chest, the heart, the sternum here. As you exhale, hinge at those hips, release the head back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe the palms come to touch. As you exhale, take the hands down to the sides. One more time. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Look to the fingers. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold all the way down. Hands come to the shins. Inhale, peel the chest on up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold all the way down. Inhale, spin the arms up towards the ceiling, palms face one another. And as you exhale, the arms come back down into the sides. Hands come to the hips here. Walk the feet wide apart. And see that you're pressing through the four corners of the feet. Let the kneecaps lift up. Let the thigh bones press back and breathe here. So spin your left foot in and spin your right foot out. And be here for a moment. Look towards the right foot. See that the right knee is in line with the right shin. Bend deeply into that right knee. As you exhale, straighten through that right leg. We're going to do that again. So look towards that right foot. Bend deeply through the right knee. This time, if you can lift those right toes up off the mat,
Let those right toes lift up. Again, straighten through that leg. One more time, bending through the knee, lifting those toes up. This time taking your right forearm, placing it on your right thigh crease. Left hand's on the left hip here. And just breathe. Maybe turn the eyes up towards the ceiling. Maybe lift up through those left fingers. Nice. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Once again, hands come to the hips. Straighten through the right leg. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left leg out. Again, bending into the left knee here. Lifting those left toes up off the mat. As you exhale, straightening through the left leg, releasing the toes down. As you inhale, the toes lift, bend into that knee. As you exhale, straighten through the leg and release the toes. One more time, bend through that knee, lifting those toes up. This time, placing your left forearm on top of the left thigh. Inhale, maybe drawing the right arm up towards the ceiling here. Keep pressing through the feet. See that the right heel is pressing down. See that the left ball of the foot, left heel is pressing down. Keep lifting through those right fingers. Inhale, arm lifts us up. Hands come to the hips. Straighten through that leg. Turn the feet in. Walk the feet back together. And take the arms all the way out to the sides. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the ceiling, palms touch. As you exhale, fold all the way forward. As you inhale here, lengthen through the chest, heart, and sternum. And as you exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, spinning the arms up towards the ceiling, palms face one another. Interlace the fingers, press the palms all the way up. Take the fingers over the right side of the room, lift that chest on up. Back to center. Take the fingers over the left side of the room, lift that chest on up. Back to center. Look towards those fingers. See that the fingers are spreading wide apart. As you exhale, forward fold here. Release the head down towards the mat. Right thumb into right elbow crease, left thumb into left elbow crease, and release the head down. And breathe here. See that the backs of the legs grow long. See that the eyes close. Allow those shoulders to move away from the ears as you allow the forearms to release down towards the mat. Now take your hands one more time, place them behind your back. Press down through the feet. Inhale, pull the chest on up and float the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, glide the hands back down to the sides and release the hands on the hips. So we're going to incorporate a little bit of Tai Chi movement here. So see that the feet are about hips width distance apart. And let the weight be heavy in the feet. So you kind of just bend the knees and you let the weight sit down in those feet. Now from here, you want to imagine that the hands are very light. So even though that the feet are very heavy, the hands are very light. So as you begin to straighten the legs, lift those arms up, raise the arms up, and take the hands and glide them down as if you're gliding them down a waterfall, and release the hands all the way down to the sides. Again, bend those knees, bend those knees, bend those knees. So the knees are bent here. The knees are bent over the toes. The feet are about hips width distance apart. Your weight is in those hips, okay? You lift the elbows up, lift those hands up, lift those hands up, okay? Then as you press the palms down and you glide the hands down as if you're gliding the hands down a waterfall, release the hands back down to the side. The buttocks draws in, thigh bones draw back. Again, bend those knees, bend those knees, bend those knees. One more time. So once again, as we raise those arms up, we raise those arms up, we raise those arms up. As you exhale, glide those hands down all the way down to the mat. So you're going to take the right hand this time. You're going to lift the right arm up towards the ceiling as you press the left palm down. Keep reaching up through that right palm. Right palm spins all the way up towards the ceiling. Now as you exhale, the palms face one another, and then you glide the fingers back towards one another. Once you get back to the midpoint of the body, inhale. You raise the left arm up towards the ceiling. Keep gliding down through that right hand. Keep gliding up through the left. And then as you exhale, you bring the hands to face one another. Once again, fingers glide, fingers glide, fingers glide. Inhale, floating the right arm up towards the ceiling. Raising that right palm up. Raising that right arm up and over the head.
As you exhale, fingers face one another, gliding the right palm down as you lift the left arm up. Again, inhale, floating the left arm up, raising that arm up and above the head here. And as you exhale, fingers face one another and gliding into the opposite directions. Good. So once you get back to center, release those hands down to the sides again. You're going to let the weight be heavy in those legs one more time. And you're just going to begin to shift the hips from right over to left. So what you may want to do here is just kind of glide up onto that heel of your right foot. How I've taught this, been done before, is like this. You bring your hands in. You extend your left arm out forward in front of you. You bring your hands in, and you come back to center. So you take your right hand. As you turn your left leg out, you glide your right hand forward. You draw the hand back, and then you come back to center. This is actually a Tai Chi movement. So spin onto the ball of the foot. Step forward with the right leg. Extend the left arm forward. Draw back. Draw both hands in. Come back to center. And release those hands down. Once again, inhale, lifting up. So now you're going to spin onto the left ball of the foot. Glide the right hand forward. Inhale, drawing that hand back up. Come back to center. Inhale, lifting. Exhale all the way down. So now as we come back to the right side, there's a walking exercise here where you walk out, you bring the feet out, and then you glide back. So I'll demonstrate it. So what we do is you take the right foot forward. You bend into that knee. You lift the arms up just like we did before, and then you glide the hands down. Turn the foot out 45 degrees. Draw the hands up. Step the left leg forward, and then you do the same thing to the other side. You lift the arms up. You shift back. You lift up onto the ball of the foot. You lift up, and then you bring the feet back together. So now we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to turn the left leg out. I'm going to bend that left knee. Glide in. Release the hands down. Then turn the foot out. And now I step the right foot forward. I take the hands forward. I bring the right leg forward. I press forward through the hands. Glide back through the leg. Turn the foot out. And once again, I lift up. And then I do the other side. So this is actually a mindful exercise, if you will, where you begin to move with the body as you release the hands down to the sides. We'll do it one more time, okay? So inhale, lift the arms up. You're going to spin to the right. Step the right leg forward. Draw the hands out. Inhale, draw the hands back. Now turn the right foot out. Press it down. Glide the left leg forward. And then release the left hand as you press the hands forward. Or left leg as you press the hands forward. Drive that leg back. Spin onto the heel of the foot. Turn the foot out one more time. Gliding forward here. Pressing that right foot down. Gliding the hands forward. Drawing them back. And then this time we come back to center as we release the hands down towards the side. So we're going to do it one more time to the other side. So ready? Bend those knees, bend those knees, bend those knees. Spin on to the left foot. So you glide out. You're going to draw back, turn that foot out. Inhale, drawing up. Exhale, stepping the right leg forward. You can actually extend the arms out like this if you want. Another technique, turning the right foot out. And then again, driving out, drawing in, and bringing ourselves back to center as we release on down. Good. All right. So from here, we're going to do a Qigong exercise. So you're going to imagine you have like an orb or some type of ball in between your hands. You're just going to glide the hands over to the right and back to center, and you'll glide the hands over to the left. And you're just holding on to this energy orb, if you will, as you kind of bring your hands around the sphere. You bring your hands to the one side, and then you draw your left arm over top, and then you draw your right arm over top. So you bring it back to the left arm's over top, and then you bring it back till the right arm is over top. All right, one more time. The left arm is over top, back to center, and then to the right arm is over top. Good. Now you take your hands to center, you draw the fingers out, and bring the fingers in. And draw the fingers out, and bring the fingers in. And drive the fingers out, and bring the fingers back in. And drive the fingers out, and bring the fingers back in. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to find our way back onto our mat. And I'm going to have you guys take ourselves into a restorative yoga pose. So sometimes in this class, we do restorative yoga. Our first restorative yoga pose of the day, if you will, is going to be a posture where we hug the bolster and release the head on down. So maybe you have an essential oil that you like. I used it's called Ravensara. It's an oil that is eucalyptus oil. It's a type of eucalyptus almost. And then you'll release yourself down all the way. Maybe you have lavender or peppermint or some other oil. And just begin to breathe into the back body here. So as we take this pose together, and if you don't have a bolster, what I'd recommend doing is taking a couple pillows, maybe stacking them up, or maybe taking a couple blankets and just stacking them up so that you can release your chest down on top of something that's soft. Now as you take this pose, you're just going to begin to let the body contour to the position of the body. So the eyes close here, you breathe into the left hip socket, you breathe into the right hip socket. And just let that breath be long and slow. Allowing both the inhalations and the exhalations to become of somewhat equal duration here. As you breathe in, and as you breathe out. Now what tends to happen when we relax into a posture like this is the body and the mind both start to relax. So as you rest here, allow the mind and the body to relax. Maybe on the breath. And maybe on the body. Good. And eventually what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves, we're going to kind of place this bolster thing off to the side. You'll come back to center. You'll take your left arm, sweep it underneath your shoulder, and breathe here. Press through the right palm. Draw the right hip back. Keep lengthening the chest through the arms. As you breathe here. And then press through the hand. Take your right hand underneath, release the head on down, and take the other side of the pose. This is often referred to as thread the needle pose. And breathe here. And pressing your way up again. Inhale, peeling the chest forward and up. Exhale, rounding the spine once again here. Good. So now you're going to have a seat on this blanket right here. And you're going to take your legs forward in front of you. If you have a strap, grab hold of your strap. So we're going to start by taking our right leg into a bend, just like this, and turning towards the left side of the room. And then breathe here. This is the first of the stretch series. As we start to move into more of our kind of restful sequences, this is the first part. And from here, see if you could turn the head in the opposite direction for a moment. Good. Come back to center. You're going to take your right leg. You're going to place it over your left, just like this. Right leg places over the left, and then just fold forward here. This is another really nice pose. It's called Garandasana, Ardha Garandasana. So just one leg is in this Garandasana pose, and you release. I'm breathing into that left leg. I'm breathing into the right hip. And eventually you'll lift on up. You'll take this knee again. You'll take the leg behind you. So I don't think I've done this pose yet. I taught this pose yet, but this is an Ardha Virasana. So the leg is behind us, right? Sometimes the pose is taken on a block because you have a little bit more height here. So I'll demonstrate that so you guys can see, because most of us probably will do this on a block. And then you take your other leg forward and you release your head down. Now you're breathing into the left outer hip, as well as you're breathing into the back of the left leg. Now lift the chest up. Take your right leg out. Draw your left knee in. Bend it on back. This is called Ardha Matsyendrasana, half word of the fish pose. So you're going to take your left arm now and sweep it around your right leg, and you're going to turn over to your right side. And breathe here. Press down through the right foot. Lift up through both sides of the chest as you turn your head over to the right shoulder. All right, back to center. Back to center here. So let's begin by extending our right leg forward this time. Now you can sit on the block. You can place the block off to the side if you want. Both options are okay. You're going to turn towards the right side of the room now. Left knee is bent. Just turn towards the right side of the room. All right, come back to center. Now, take your left leg, cross it over your right, and then forward fold here. This is called the Ardha Garandasana pose. So your right hip can be on a block or not. Both options are fine. And we're folding forward here. And breathe into the right hip. Breathe into the right back of the leg. You're going to walk those hands back to the body. You'll take that left leg, draw it behind you. It's called the Ardha Virasana leg, and then just release the head on down. So once again, all these poses can be either done on a block or not. Both options are good. Walk the hands back. Take the foot out. You're going to take the right leg, cross it under the left. You're going to take the... Yes. You're going to take the left leg, cross it over the right. Sorry about that. I was thinking about if I did it right on the other side. Okay, and then you're going to twist here to the left. And breathe. Okay, and then from here, you're going to come back to center. You're going to take your feet together and bring your knees apart as you come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Once again, you can sit on a block or not. Both options are fine. Sometimes sitting on a block is nice because it gives us a little bit more height to work with, so we can release a little bit more deeply. Walk the hands back. Take the right leg, cross it under the left, just like we did before. Now, if you want, you're going to take the left leg and cross it over the right. So now we make Garandasana legs. This is called Garandasana pose. You lift the chest and the heart and you breathe here. So actually let the weight shift back towards those hips as you lift the chest. Now, if you want to take the arm variation, take a strap, place it around the top of the left shoulder. And as you place that strap around the left shoulder, you're going to lift your left arm up towards the ceiling and grab hold of that strap. You're going to take the right arm out to the side, turn it towards the floor, and grab hold of the strap. So now both elbows are holding onto the strap. You're lifting the chest, lifting the heart, and breathing here. So this is a great pose to bring oxygen into the body as you draw your hips back and lift your chest up. And then from here, you'll take your leg, you'll remove it, you'll bring your opposite leg underneath. So we're just doing the opposite of what we just did. You'll bring your right leg on top. So now you cross the legs over just like this, and then you bring the strap around the top of the right shoulder this time. So now the right arm lifts up, the right arm comes behind the back, the left arm comes behind the back, and then you lift, or you draw both elbows in opposite directions. Both elbows are still drawing towards the midline of the body, but the left elbow is moving towards the floor and the right is moving towards the ceiling. Hug the belly in here. So feel that lengthening of the chest as you hug the belly in. And then from here, you'll release that strap. You'll take your legs, you'll remove the block from underneath you, and you'll bring the feet in as you release the head down. Let the head go here, and breathe. Baddha Konasana pose again. Yeah, come on up. And you'll extend your legs on forward. We're going to come onto our back this time. So find your way onto your back and hug your knees into the chest. It's okay to have your head on a blanket if you'd like. You'll take the right knee into the chest. You'll hug it on in. And then you'll take hold of a strap if you have one within reaching distance, and you'll extend your right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. So the strap comes right over the arch of the foot, and you draw both shoulders all the way down towards the mat. Just breathe into the back of that right leg. Lengthen both hips forward. And breathe. Right buttocks moves to left ball of foot. Now take that knee rather, bring it to a bend position, release it down. Take your other foot, extend that leg up, and lengthen on up. Good. So press down through the right ball of the foot. You lift that left leg out. And then you'll bring that knee back to a bend position. Take the left leg, cross it over the right. Now that we're here, just cross the leg over the right. Scoot the hips over to the left. Scoot the hips over to the left. Take your hips all the way over the right. And just breathe here. This is called Jartha Parivartanasana. Come back to center, uncross the legs, scoot the hips over, take your right leg over your left, scoot the hips over again, and release both legs over to your left side. Just breathe here for a moment. Uncross those legs. Now, bring the feet together, the knees apart. This is called Supta Padangusthasana. So, as you breathe here, I'd recommend if you have blocks, to place a block under either knee as you bring the feet together and the knees apart, just so that you can rest here. And come back to those elements that we started with, just the breath, the simple breath. All right, eventually extend those legs fully forward. If you can, release the arms out to the sides. Be here for a few moments or so. And eventually you just bring your blocks off to the side just so you have some space. You'll begin to bend those knees, roll the knees right and left a few times, and then rolling onto your right side. So you press your top hand down, inhale, peel on up, and find your way into a simple cross-legged pose. As you cross the legs, lift the chest, bring the hands to the center chest, release the chin towards the chest. And then from here, lifting the head and opening the eyes. Namaste. So thank you guys so much. I hope that you guys enjoy this practice, this integrative wellness class. My name is Jason Gorenstein. We do this every weekday at 3 p.m. All classes are live streaming, so hopefully you guys can join us. If you have any special requests for class, please feel free to write it in the comments section. I will be happy to take that into consideration and see if we can design a class for you. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day today. Hope you're well. Hope you're happy. I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Namaste. So, thank you guys so much. And as I usually do to close, so thank you guys. These are a couple ways you guys can help out if you have any interest. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the bell, thumbs up sign. Please feel free to comment and share. If you're watching on Facebook, thumbs up, heart. If you want to share, please feel free to share. You can always comment anytime. I try my best to get in to everybody's comments, so please let me know how you're doing and how your day is going. I also have a little Venmo QR code, so if you feel like sending a Venmo, please do that. I'm always grateful for your contributions. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be here tomorrow at 3 p.m. I hope that you guys are well. Namaste, yogis. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk soon.